Hi guys. I have here some text that was dictated to me by God about the routine leading to communion with God and salvation. I will try to read it as best as I can, and forgive me that English is not my first language. We ask that everyone read the New Testament, at least, and learn the foundation of the Catholic Church to know what is true and what can be deception. Number 2, we ask that everyone come to God and pray to Him as a son and daughter, asking that God lead them to be taken to heaven in body and spirit. Number 3, we ask that everyone learn the principles of spiritual warfare by reading the quote from Saint Loyola on discerning spirits attached here, and learn prayers such as the Chaplet of Tears of Blood, the Rosary, and the prayer of Saint Michael the Archangel, which will which will aid in the spiritual warfare and breaking bonds with Satan, in addition to the need for exorcism in certain cases of possession. Number 4, we ask that everyone reevaluate their lives and no longer seek fame, money, or recognition, but that by creating a bond with God and purifying themselves in the sacraments, they may be sanctified and saved by being taken to heaven in body and soul, along with their children and spouse. They will be subordinated by God's power, which will reach them at a time when it will be possible to take a converted person, such as a father or mother, to heaven in communion with God. Number 5, we ask that everyone avoid evil and seek good by adhering to Catholic morality and common sense, which together with confessors must help discern what is good and what is evil. Number 6, we ask that everyone familiarize themselves with the book which was created by God, God's will, and with God's cooperation, and which is intended to prepare everyone for heaven. Bartek and I wrote it to reveal the truth about the world and the path to heaven. Number 7, we ask that everyone avoid Satan's attacks, guided by discernment based on a quote from Saint Loyola, to be able to distinguish the wills of the evil one, requires common sense and knowledge of the Bible and the principles of the Catholic Church. God is calm and will never cause pressure, but Satan often tries to impersonate him, and everyone must be careful of this. Number 8, we ask that everyone seek contact with God by praising God with adoration dictated to Bartek and through conversations limited to the main prayers in the morning and evening. It is also possible to spend time with God, Jesus, who will be able to teach, advise, support, and guide. But the main prayers should be limited to specifics, not verbiage. Number 9, we ask that everyone try to enter into relationship with God as they feel, seeking conversation and guidance from God by being with Him in the intimacy of peace and silence, listening to Him and turning into His voice, which will enrich their lives and help establish an emotional bond and lead them to communion with God. Remember to maintain what we wrote in the point above. Number 10. God is very holy. He is perfect. He is good. He loves everyone very much, and He wants the best for everyone, and everyone should know this. We ask you to trust God and to place yourself under His care with humility, love, and trust, to which Jesus will lead you, to know God through the New Testament, and to interact with Him, which will emerge when you sanctify yourself daily in the Eucharist, prayers, and sacraments. Amen. These points are largely sufficient to bring immense fruits of salvation, but they do not encompass everything a person will experience on this path, which is also a cross of suffering and trials inflicted upon them by Satan, and God strives to guide them through these trials so that they do not fall into sin, doubt, or surrender. Amen. Ignatius of Loyola, Spiritual Exercises, wrote, "We must pay close attention to the course of our thoughts. If their beginning, middle, and end are good, and if they tend toward good, this is a sign of a good angel. However, if the course of our thoughts ultimately result in some evil, destruction, or less good than what the soul had previously intended to achieve, or if it weakens, disturbs, or confuses the soul, and deprives it of peace, silence, and rest, this is a clear sign that it comes from evil angel, the enemy of our progress and eternal salvation." Thank you, guys. I made it. So I wish you all to believe these words. They helped me. I was following them, and I'm happy to have the communion with God and the hope of salvation of myself and my family. Bye.